All right, and up next, let's set up the slice for the modal. So remember, we have features folder. For the time being, we only have one feature. We have the cart. But now I want to add the modal feature, which is going to be located in the modal slice. And then we want to set up the functionality, where again, we're going to go with create slice. We want to set up some initial state. In this case, it's going to be is open. And I'll set it equal to false. Then we want to go with modal slice, come up with name, initial state. And right away, let's set up those two reducers. We're going to go with open modal and close modal. We want to export that. And we also want to export modal slice reducer. And in the store, we want to set up another key. Only in this case, it's going to be equal to this modal slice reducer. And as a result, we'll be able to access the state as well as the reducers all over our application. And the first thing that we'll do is in the app.js, we'll grab is open and we'll display this one conditionally. So I'm going to go to the features. We want to create a new folder. Let's call this modal. Then we want to go with new file and we'll call this modal slice.js. And then inside of it, we first want to grab the create slice. So let's go here with create and let's see whether, yep, gives me the import. Then we want to set up the initial state. In my case, just going to be one property. Again, this is just to practice working with more realistic application where, of course, there's going to be more features. So we're going to go here is open. And by default, let's set it equal to false. False. And then let's set up that slice. So const modal slice is equal to create slice. Let's pass in the object name modal. Then initial state is equal to initial state. And let's right away set up those reducers. Now, what reducers we're going to have? We're going to have open modal reducer, which is going to be equal to state and action. Again, we're just practicing as far as the action. We're not going to use it. And in here, let's just say state is open. So if I want to open a modal, what is going to be value? Well, might as well set it equal to true. Kind of makes sense, don't you think? Then let's copy and paste. And now we want to close a modal. Now, what is going to be the value for is open? Well, let's set it back to false. Then we want to export three things. The main reducer, and I'm not going to log it. We already have done that. So export default. Now, of course, we have different object, but the property we want to export, meaning the method, is still the same. We want to export the reducer. That's number one. And then remember those action creators. So we're going to go here with export const. And now we're looking for open modal, close modal. And both of them are coming from modal slice and the actions. Now, in order for everything to work, we definitely need to go to store. So let's find where is that sucker over here. And then in the store, now we want to get the modal slice. So I have to change some things around. This is going to be coming from the modal. Name will also be modal. This is going to be a modal reducer. And yes, of course, the property, I'm going to go with modal as well. So modal will be equal to modal reducer. So that's good. Now let's try it out in our application on a big screen. And at the moment, we're calculating the totals. Notice we have already two actions, not only the init, and we also run calculate totals. What I want to showcase, though, is that instead of just cart, now we also have the modal. And now let's utilize that. Where in the app.js, not only I want to get the modal, I also want to access what? I want to access is open. And I want to set this one up conditionally, since in a second, we'll add all of the functionality. So in here, remember, we were accessing the cart. So the only difference is that now I want to access the modal. And I'll say is open. And that will be equal not to the store cart. I'll say store modal. And where I have the modal, I'll have the conditional rendering where I'll say is open. If it's true, only then display the modal. So let's move it in. And since the value is false, we don't display the modal. Now, if I'll manually go back to modal slice and I'll say that the value is true. I mean, you're not going to be surprised probably by the fact that we display the modal. Okay, awesome. So now let's add that functionality where instead of just clearing the cart, why don't we open up the modal when we click on this button? And then once we get to the modal container, then we'll decide, do we really want to remove all the contents and then close the modal, or we simply want to close the modal? So first, let's start in the cart container. And as a side note, yes, you'll find all of the logic here in the README, where first in the cart container, we want to get the open modal from the modal slice. And instead of clearing the cart directly, we'll go dispatch and open modal. And from there, we'll finish everything in the modal.js. So let's start in the cart container. So we have all of these imports. Okay, that's awesome. But we want to copy and paste, and we want to get open modal from the modal slice. So open modal, and instead of cart slice, we're going to go here with modal and then modal slice. Then let's keep on moving. I don't think we actually need this import anymore, so we can remove it. And then where we have the clear cart, now let's pass in the open modal. Same deal, we invoke it, so that doesn't change. Now the difference, of course, is going to be that now once we click on clearing cart, we display the modal. So now let's navigate there and let's handle that. So what first do we need over there? Well, we'll need quite a few things. First, we want to get the close modal, because regardless on which button we click, I want to clear it. I want to get the use dispatch. I'll need it since I want to evoke some reducers. And I also want to get the clear cart. So notice how, we're getting this data from multiple slices, modal slice and cart slice. And then, of course, we'll just set up the functionality. So let's go back over here. Let's set up all those three imports. We're going to get the close modal, and I also want to get the clear cart, and also we want to get the use dispatch. So let's see whether that is going to work. So use dispatch. Yep, I have all of them. So now I can remove these suckers. Then we want to quickly set up the dispatch, where effectively we just go with use dispatch and we invoke it. And now let's set up the functionality where if we click on the confirm, I want to do two things. Not only I want to clear the cart, but I also want to close the modal. Now, if we go with cancel, then we'll just close the modal. So let's go here with button. We're going to go with on, click, and then in here, let's pass in the function. And then we're not going to pass in any kind of argument. We'll just go with dispatch, then clear cart. That's the first thing we want to invoke. And then the second one, and it looks like I have some weird bug. Oh yeah, or here. And the second thing is the close modal. So let's pass this one in. And I know I keep repeating this, but I really like the fact that we don't need to do any of that manual labor where we need to set up the actions and all that. In this case, we simply right away get those functions and we pass in the dispatch, which obviously is way less time consuming and also less chance for errors. So let's do the same thing with this button. And the only thing we want to change here is clear cart, where we basically want to remove it. So if we confirm, then our cart is empty. If, however, we just click on cancel, we close out the modal. So that's how we can add another feature to our application.